Okay. So the thing about friends that enable bad habits isn't that it's your English bundles are out. Hi. Hi. Before I start, I just want to say this video is not about fake friends. So if you're still posting sad Bart and sad Mordecai videos, get some self-awareness before you watch this. And this video isn't about pointing fingers. So I've obviously not named any of the people mentioned in the video. And if we were friends and you're watching this and whatever I say resonates, just know that there's no hard feelings. For obvious reasons, you to see in this video is really heart-wrenching because friendship breakups are a lot worse than relationship breakups by far. And a lot of these outlasted a lot of my romantic relationships. These people saw me at my best and supported me. They saw me at my worst and stuck by me. And now the only interaction we have is liking each other's pictures on Instagram and sending each other birthday messages. And that'll also end one day. It's difficult to let people that mean so much to you go, but sometimes friendships inevitably die. I thought making this was going to be hard, but it really isn't that deep. I used to be the therapist friend for the longest time. I thought it was cool that people would come up to me and tell me things they would never admit to another soul. That is, until I needed that energy reciprocated. And none of those people showed me the same empathy that I did. I used to love phone calls, but I had friends who only wanted to vent for hours on calls, and I'd never hear from them when they were okay. They were the opposite of a fair weather friend, and I don't blame them because I never set boundaries and I never told them it wasn't okay to randomly call and make me relive their trauma with them at 3 a.m. in the morning. It messed with my self-image for a while because it seemed that I only deserved to see them at their worst while they hung out with other people at their best. But I set boundaries, and that was the end. As I grew and shed off certain aspects of my personality, I drifted away from certain friendships. Friendships that enabled my old habits and reliance on vices shriveled up so fast because we had nothing in common anymore. I walked away because I had different goals from them, and sometimes when you view life too differently, your dreams might seem too big or too small to understand. Which isn't a big deal if you don't believe in manifesting, but if you do, then you need to manifest with the right people around you. You can't grow a daisy and a hydrangea in the same soil and expect both of them to grow because of pH requirements and water intake, but both are beautiful and different, but they don't belong in the same pot, and that's okay. When you're manifesting, when you want something, you you work for it obviously, but while you're working for it, you're not always going to have the motivation, you're not always going to be on top of your game. You need people around you who believe in you, who you can get motivation from, who can push you when you're about to quit, who know how badly you want certain things. So, manifesting isn't just I wish, you actually have to work for it. And when you have to work for something, it means that you need a team, basically. And, if you don't have the how you say, if you don't have a good team, you're not gonna go very far. Those are the people that I cut off, but I also want to speak about the people who cut me off. The first inevitable deaths were the opposite sex friendships. I used to have a lot of guy friends, and I just want to say whoever said boys are less drama is a goddamn liar. Before you invest your time in your guy friends, look at the signs. Do they treat you like one of the guys, or are they a little too nice? To be frank, I lost a lot of guy friends because a lot of them just wanted more intimacy than I realized. The only reason they entertain you is because they think one day you're gonna give them a chance. So ladies, you've been warned. If your significant other is feeling weird about one of your guy friends, chances are they're right. I don't mean to say that just because your guy friend treats you like a lady, that they like you. There's certain ways that someone can communicate that they're actually attracted to you that you might not notice, and Yeah, sometimes it is being a little too nice. Sometimes it's body language. Sometimes it's the way that they text. And, sometimes you don't really notice until you get a I need to tell you something text. And at that point, the friendship is ruined because once they realize that they don't have a chance with you, it's not gonna be the same. Some people didn't stick around because I was a little too much for them, which is perfectly okay. Not everyone's gonna like you, and sometimes they realize they don't like you once you're friends, and it happens. I'm a little intense sometimes, and I get that not everyone is into the oddities that I talk about. I'm not. The oddities? I mean, jeez, okay. I sounded really obnoxious on that one, and you know what, it's fine. I don't think I can defend myself, so I'm gonna let that one slide. Not the most emotionally expressive friend, and not everyone is patient enough to wait till you learn their love language. I wasn't always easygoing either. I always felt somewhat like an outsider amongst certain friend groups, and subconsciously I iced them out before they could change their mind about liking me. So naturally, those friendships faded into nothingness because I wasn't myself. This happened especially at my Christian school for reasons I won't speak on just yet. Maybe one day. I don't really know how to phrase this one without swearing, but sometimes the friendships end because we've crossed a line. Did you perhaps secretly date their sibling? Made their crush laugh a little too hard? Saw their boyfriend cheat and didn't say anything? I may or may not have done all of those things. Okay, I'm not going to clarify and let the world know what I did and didn't do. I'm just here to kind of tell you why I put that in there. I just put that in there because, you know, you can have toxic friendships and toxic relationships, and sometimes you're going to be the toxic one. And, that's obviously it's not okay, but how you move on from that and how you learn from the mistakes you made is what matters. Sometimes we carry heavy thoughts and negative energy and dump them onto other people in multiple ways and only realize once they've left. And I've let this happen too many times. But I've grown and I've learned. And the people who stayed in my life have watched me bloom into myself and admire the person that I've become. And I've met so many new people who love me for me, and I can't help but wonder if they would love a younger, angrier, more foolish version of me. But as they sit beside me and laugh at something I've said, I realize that that doesn't matter because they're here now. That's really wholesome. I like that. Okay, that's all from me, folks. Please like and subscribe so that I can microdose some dopamine. Is it on? Of course you know it's on. You're the one who pressed record. Okay, thank you for making the end of the video. I really appreciate the support. And if you did make it to the end of the video, please comment a sleepy emoji, the one with the Z's. I'll put it on the just to prove, just to validate me. And yeah, thank you for watching. I'm working on the next couple of videos, and I promise I will do my best to be consistent. The semester is almost over, and hopefully that means that I have more time to actually do the things that I enjoy and not do things that suck the soul out of me.